What's going on, my fellow Fairy Tatum Adoshis? I'm just getting up from a night of partying for my birthday. I'm tired, but I saw in my emails that Fairy Tedu, the next chapter, came out, and I was expecting a little bit more. Like, my fairy tale boner was so hard and massive and bulbous, but once I read this chapter, it kind of went like this. And the reason why is because I think I was expecting too much from this chapter, because we know what happened to Natsu on the last panel of the last chapter. And it seemed like, maybe his end powers were awakening. Like, I thought maybe Zeref opened up the book and did something to make Natsu believe that he was end, like actually confirm in his mind, like bring out his demon powers or something. I don't know if like something was growing in him, like he was getting more magic and he will wake up more badass than ever. But turns out he just had a magic tumor from using too much magic and overexerting himself, and he has a tumor. So that's not where I wanted this to go. But like I said, I think I was expecting a little bit too much. So I guess it's my fault. And also throughout the chapter, it was just disappointment after disappointment, in my opinion. We didn't even get to see Kagura fight that girl that made her naked. They seemed to run away. The death god, whatever his name, the big lizard man looking guy, we didn't even see anything from him. They just saw him and then ran away. We don't even know what his abilities are or anything. And the biggest disappointment this chapter has to be the confrontation between God, Serena, and the four kings of Ishgard. Why I say this is because the last time we saw them facing off, like the four kings were looking all badass. They had their epic pose. The wind was blowing. Their capes was flowing. And shit, it looked like it was about to be an epic battle. And then we go to other places, see other things, and when we come back, they're already defeated. Like, we won't even get to see the fight. We don't know what God Serena can do. We don't even know what the four kings of Ishgard can do. We don't know how God Serena overpowered all four of them. I was just disappointed that we didn't get anything from the four kings, because I really want to see Ward fight. I want to see the Dracula dude, Dracul I think his name is, the short guy, and we already know what old Longbeard can do. But I mean, I wanted to see them team up and fight him. Even if they lost against God Serena, I wanted to at least see the fight. I mean, come on. I hate when anime and manga do stuff like that. They get you hyped for one thing, and then they just bring you back when everything that you got hyped for is over. I'm like, what the fuck? I guess this is done so we don't get spoiled of God Serena's abilities, and we'll be surprised later on. But I mean, come on, man. I really, really wanted to see that fight. Maybe there'll be a flashback or something, hopefully, but I doubt it. But the only good thing about this chapter, in my opinion, is the ending, when Aquarious tells Lucy that her key is out there somewhere. It could be on this continent. It could be across the fucking world. It could be anywhere. And Lucy finds a new motivation to keep going and continue adventuring, which is a good thing, which will kind of prolong the series even further. I love how Aquarius says, I'm not going to give you any hints of where it is. You have to find it. And Lucy says that she will find it, and she fades away. Aquarius fades away. I think that's a very emotional scene. It kind of complements the goodbye Aquarius scene from the Tartarus arc, although people still think it's bullshit that she came back. But as you can see, she's not here permanently. Lucy may never find the key, but I'm pretty sure she will by the end of the series, and I really do want to see them reunited in the end. But I hope it's not just like, oh, I found the key and she picks it up and it's Aquarius's. I hope she doesn't just happen to stumble upon it just by pure luck, like pure ass pullatry. But yeah, this chapter, it was decent. Like I said, I was disappointed in why Natsu was passed out, but like I said, I think that was my fault, because I'm just so ready to learn more about Natsu being end and exactly how powerful he can be once the book is open. That everything that's going on with Natsu that's not the norm, I'm just like, oh wait, is this end? Is it about to happen? So I guess that's my fault. But I really was disappointed. Like, all of the badass confrontations that we've been shown throughout the past few chapters have kind of been glanced over with either retreats or just plain out skipping of the fights, which is kind of defeats the purpose of this war arc, in my opinion. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention at the very, very end of this chapter, when God Serena is about to take out the kings of Ishgard and Warren says, I'm sorry, pricked Yuri, I'm about to come see you. I have the strangest feeling that God Serena somehow is Yuri. I don't know how. Maybe something to do with the tendril jade. Maybe the same thing that allowed Warwick to live so long. I don't know. Maybe Yuri's missing his memories. But ever since the Fairy Tail Zero anime and seeing Yuri animated and like move around and stuff, his face looks almost exactly like God Serena's. And the fact that Mavis is like, wow, I feel something. Like you could tell that she felt something at the end of this chapter. So maybe it'll be like a really big fucked up reunion. Maybe Warwick does not know that that is Yuri. Maybe he thought Yuri died and that's why God Serena's pissed off because he left him for dead. I don't know. But I don't know. It's a crazy ass theory. But tell me what you guys think about it. Anyway, this has been jbDAuchiha. Like, comment, subscribe, and